established business owner, entrepreneur, and maybe you even have a really great following on multiple platforms, or maybe it's just one, and that's okay. But you also get in this tunnel, like you get tunnel vision over these new trends, and maybe you are now kind of stepping outside of your brand's mission, your vision, and your purpose. And you're feeling like things are kind of like all over the place now, right? Especially with Reels, TikTok, short videos on YouTube. There's all of these things that we can really get caught up in that we forget the purpose as to why we're showing up and doing the things that we're doing online so that we can build a business and make a bigger impact. So, I want to talk to you today about 5 things that you can do to help you stay on track so that you are true to your brand's message and to your vision and mission and purpose. And your ideal clients, when they see you online, they actually get that. And it doesn't get lost in these trendy texts that keep popping up here and there, right? Welcome to today's Ignite Your Influence on Social session. My name is Gina Tassinelli. If we've never met before, hello. And I work with small business owners, established experts, coaches, consultants, even e commerce owners to help you disrupt your social media so that you can ignite your influence on social and connect with more of your ideal clients, build a bigger impact in a community and make more money. And I do that as a social media strategist, coach, personal brand coach, as well as within our agency with our private agency clients. If you've got a great following, that's awesome. I want to tell you though, it doesn't really mean a lot if it doesn't equal to sales to your revenue, honestly. If you go to my Instagram, I don't have a huge following because I don't spend a lot of time there as much as I do over here on FB. But we have a successful agency, 6-figure business, and it's thriving. And we are constantly booked. We have new appointments. And so I'm a testament to tell you that you don't need to have a huge following in order to have your efforts on social media actually pay off. What you do need to have, though, is you do need to keep your brand messaging and your purpose and your vision consistent so that as you're growing your following and new people are coming to these different platforms wherever you're hanging out on and they're hanging out on, you're actually making connections that mean something and that actually transpire into a meaningful connection, meaning a business connection. So here's the thing, before we get into those steps, here's what I want to mention is that whatever you do on social media of it honestly should be to capture leads. And the only way you're going to capture leads from your social media is to get people to know, like, and trust you. These trends that pop up, like reels, which is, it's that reels have now been going on for quite some time in the social media world. It's a while. And so, yes, do you want to do these things? Sure. Do you need to dive in like right away? And are you missing out? When these things pop up, typically, yes, you want to take advantage of new assets that the platforms are providing right away because that means that that is what they are pushing. That's the type of content that they're pushing, which is still video. So you could simply do a video like I'm doing right now. Okay. But does it mean that you're not going to have success on social media if you don't have time or you don't have the strategy to jump into these trends? Absolutely not. Okay. But the first thing that you definitely need to have implemented consistently is your brand strategy and how you are showing up. So, the first thing you want to do is you want to leave any marketing presumptions, leave them in the past. One of the biggest mistakes that I see our clients, our private clients especially, make is that they are listening to what everyone else out there is saying. All of these gurus, all of these experts, they're listening to all the trends. And if they feel like they're missing out on these trends. They feel like their social is not successful, especially if they've only had like a hot minute on social media. And that is so far from the truth. Okay? So what you want to do is, and I'm looking down at my notes so that I don't get distracted again. But what you want to do is that you want to really more observe what your ideal clients, what their behaviors are on social media. And then you want to map out your strategy based off of that. It's not so much, worrying about the marketing trends, although you do need to stay up on those, right? Because you do need to be aware of what's happening, where are people flocking, where are your ideal clients flocking. But you also want to be able to pay more attention to your actual clients and their behaviors on social media. Okay. And in addition to that, you want to take note of your own content and how it's working, meaning paying attention to your analytics. Like if you post different types of content, you're going to have more a lot more analytics to look at to see what works better. So if you do a mixture of videos and pictures and just captions, pictures of you, graphics, inspirational, quotes, things like that, you're able to really see, okay, which ones of these are working better than the other. And then you can have a better idea of what you should keep doing because it's resonating with your audience. Number two is and this is a little expansion to number one, is that you want to truly understand your audience. You want to understand what are their pain points? What are the things that they are talking about? What are their current behaviors? What is their digital footprint? And one of the best ways to do this, well, there's lots of different ways, but one of the best ways I have found to do this is to look at conversations that are happening in groups within your industry, within your space, or where your ideal clients are actually hanging out in groups, for example, on this platform, and see what are the conversations that are happening. The way to figure that out is to go into the search bar of those groups, type in some keywords that match with your ideal client, with their pain points, with your industry, with your space, and then see what comment threads are pulling up the most recent and what are people asking, what are the conversations that are happening. And that's going to allow you to really match not only your brand, your message, with your ideal clients, but also it's going to keep you on top of what is going on with your ideal clients. What are they struggling with? What are they wanting to, what are they wanting suggestions about? Number three is building your brand identity. And so this is something that we just recently did with my amazing branding coach. Yes, I had a branding coach and I help people with their brand. Um, it's hard to look at your own business, right, when you are working in it. So when you get help from outside experts, um, you're able to have a really objective picture at your business. And so being able to build your brand's identity, knowing what do you want your brand to sound like? What do you want? How do you want it to be perceived? What are the questions that people are asking that you can provide and ensure that your brand aligns with, right? And so this also is establishing your brand's mission, your vision, the look and feel, the tone of voice, and this is going to allow you to stay consistent within your social media content, how you're showing up on social media without getting lost with all the trends that may not align with you. Just knowing exactly where, what you want to align yourself with is, and sticking to that is really important. Number four is being useful, participating, and having a purpose on social media. So when you're creating content, you want to create content that your audience actually wants, not content that you think they need to hear about or that they need to know about. So think about questions that people ask you, frequently asked questions. That's one of the first exercises that I have our clients do for us is to list out fre- frequently asked questions that they get from their current clients, past clients, ideal clients, prospects, leads, when they're on sales calls, discovery calls, whatever they call it, um, is listing those out because that's content, the answers to that content or to those questions is content that you can create based off of what your audience actually wants to hear. And number five is to just be real, be authentic, be true to your brand, your style, your voice. Don't try to copy somebody else. So sometimes we fall into, and I've had clients do it, I've done it myself, but we've had a situation where you fall into this frame of mind that you feel like this person's doing this and it seems like it's working for them, so I need to do the same thing. And that is not how it works. People can tell if you are, not being you and you're really trying to you're just not being aligned with who you really are. Um, and so sticking to your brand personality is going to be really relevant to what you put out there and how you connect with your ideal clients. And we'll see you guys next Thursday, same place right here for the upcoming Ignite Your Social marketing session. All right. See you guys then. Bye, guys.